Hello. So for those of you who will be switching from distance learning and into my classroom, this video is to give you a quick little tour of the room and for some expectations so that you know what to expect when you come to class and where to find your homework and that kind of stuff. So if you are switching to be on campus, this video is for you. I'm going to start right here at my desk where you usually see me with this as the background. So right behind here, over here, is going to be, the sink and the cabinets and all that kind of stuff. This is not off limits to you all. So although my room is set up in kind of a way, let's see if I can go like this. You'll see that my desk is set up, but it's still a big open spot right there. So I want you guys to know that if you need supplies, if you need to wash your hands, that kind of stuff, that is there for you to use. Absolutely, go for it. Now, all of this space right here is going to be supplies that we would use on STEAM projects. Now I have a set of classroom scissors, I've got glue and markers and crayons and all that kind of stuff, but there's also supplies in here that we would use for STEAM projects. So cotton balls and Q-tips and blocks and Legos and balls and all of that kind of stuff is all tucked away in there. My makerspace is separate, so we've got a Lego area, a Lego wall. All of the Legos are in this set of bins right here now, and then all of these are what used to be in the makerspace drawers. We've added some things, so this is all makerspace now. You'll notice in the Lego wall and in the Lego area, we've got these boards that are both whiteboard and Lego board, and the purpose of that is if you want to, you can get one of these little purple containers. You can fill it with some Legos out of the drawer, and then you can take a board and a whiteboard and go sit at your seat and have a little activity to work on at your desk. So that is the Lego task boards. Obviously, our makerspace is a lot of the same things. There's art supplies in here. We do have the Makerspace task binder again this year. I have updated that, so you will have a sheet in here. As you complete any of these tasks, you'll get credit. Mr. Joe Stia, he's our class mascot. Now, right here is our library area, and this, there are gonna be some classes, particularly in the 8th grade, where we have students who sit here regularly. If you are a student who sits here, there is see if I can get it. There's a little TV tray table here for you to set up to sit at. Obviously, this as well, if you are in my life skills class, you are actually going to store your folder in this seat. And then moving on all the way over here. Now, this year, we have a coat rack. So you can hang up your jacket or whatever when it comes into class so they don't get left behind on the back of the chair. That is what this is for. If you have a cell phone, it goes in phone jail like normal. So please make sure to remember to put that there. We do have a cleaning area, so this is very important when you walk in. We've got Lysol wipes, we've got hand sanitizer, we've got Kleenex. All the puzzles from Makerspace are in here. There's a couple things of puzzles actually, so that's where they got moved to. And then, of course, now this board I'm gonna take a little bit of time on for a moment. When you walk in the door and into the room, you're gonna see, I'm gonna turn it around so that you can see. When you walk into the room, you're gonna see, all the tables and the chairs and stuff, and we face that board. The back of the room has this board, and this is where you're going to find out what you need to know. Now, this board is gonna show you your homework assignments, and anytime we have anything that's going on, just like last year and in previous years, I write down our homework assignment on the board at the beginning of the day. It's the first thing that you should write down when you come in my room. So, there's the 6th grade, the 7th grade, and the 8th grade box. I do have a homeroom box down here because we've got some tasks in the homeroom at the moment. Sometimes I might put life skills assignments down there. I will always tell you if that is for you. And then obviously the announcements board and the calendar and the sign out. Now over here, if you have to leave my class, you're gonna take a hall pass and you make sure, obviously bring the hall pass back. And then you're gonna sign out right here just so that I know where you went in case somebody comes into the room and they ask where you are. I can point on the board and say, they went to the bathroom 6 minutes ago or whatever it is. Now, as far as the seating goes, I do not have assigned seats, although most classes have kind of naturally decided to sit in the same spaces every time. So when you come in, the first day that you come in, just ask me where I want you to sit, and I'll kind of guide you and direct you. Right now, I have a lot of chairs on the tables because I have extra chairs and they're mopping the floors tonight, so I want to make sure that the chairs were up off the floor. But there's only going to be one person per table. So although there's two chairs, where am I looking? Although there's two chairs at some of these tables right now, those extra chairs actually go against the back wall, and there's only going to be one person per table. And we spread everybody out. Now, back here, we have the exit board. And this is anytime that it's an exit board day, you would take a ticket. I'll have it written on the board. It's an exit board day today. And you will take a ticket. And at the end of the class, you're going to write your name and the date on that ticket. And the tickets are just little scrap pieces of paper. You'll take a ticket, you'll write your name. And then depending on how you feel about the material, you just drop it in the box. I absolutely got it. I'm good to go. I have no idea what's going on, or I almost got it. I feel okay. I can't take a test on it yet, but I'm understanding it while you're talking about it. That just gives me a good idea of how you're feeling about the material. I've got some posters. This is the other center I want to talk to you all about. So if you are in my 7th grade class, we have been leaving our spiral books. Some of the 8th grade does as well. But they have been leaving their spiral books in here because there was an issue with lockers at the beginning, and it was just an extra book to carry, and they didn't need to do that. But the rest of these spots there's different supplies. Obviously, there's paper and rulers. This is going to be the area where if you need to borrow a writing utensil, you'd find it in here, and please make sure you return it when you're done. I am not here to provide you with your writing utensils. You need to provide them. But occasionally something happens, and so it's important, that you know where to get a spare if you need it. Now, every year, every quarter, I have a contract in my classroom. I expect this contract to be upheld. I expect you to follow these rules. And I change it every quarter. This quarter, it's going to be right here. This quarter, the contract is written right here, and then they signed it below if they agreed. Last year, if you remember, it was on the board. So I've actually got a spot to put it. So as long as you agree with the contract, you agree to uphold these, which pretty much just says you're going to try hard and be a good human, then you write your name on there. And then lastly, almost last, way up over here, this is the VIP table. Now, the VIP seat and the VIP table is, at the very least, you get to sit there on your birthday. Now, if your birthday happens to be on a weekend or on a holiday or on a vacation or something like that, then when you put your name on the VIP calendar, you'll just pick one of the school days around your birthday. If you have a birthday in the summer, then you can pick any day on the calendar. But you at least get one day in the year where you get to sit here. Now, the other things that get put up here, maybe I see you helping out a classmate when I didn't necessarily ask you to help, and you jumped in and helped them figure something out, or maybe they're having difficulty packing up their bag. They spilled everything and you help them pick up their stuff. When I see you doing extra, when I see you going above and beyond and I see you doing good things, then I'll tell you, put your name on the VIP calendar, and you just pick a day that week where you're going to put your name. So what does that mean you get to do? Well, for starters, you get to use all of these fun things. So there's highlighters and fancy pencils and erasable pens and markers and all sorts of fun stuff. But you also get to chew gum. You get to wear your jacket. You get to enjoy whatever drink you want. You want to bring a coffee? You want to bring a Coke? You want to bring tea? You can do it when you're sitting at this seat. And it is right here. Now, I do have one class, it's the 8th grade currently. There's so many students in this class that somebody sits here all the time. They don't get to have the privileges of sitting here. But if it's your day, that student will switch seats with you and you'll get to sit here and enjoy the privileges. So that's what this seat is all about. Now, obviously we have a nice big whiteboard. The last thing I wanted to show you is right here. This is the turn-in box. Anytime that we take a test or there is something that we work on and I've asked you to turn it in, it's right here. This box is my pass back box, and you'll notice that I did not do a good job of that today, and I have some papers here that still need to get passed back. But that's what this bin is for. So if you have something that I need that you need to turn in to me and I need to grade it or look at it, that is what this bin is for. So that is a tour of the room. If you have any questions, obviously when you come to class, I will be happy to answer them. But I hope that that kind of gives you an understanding of, the room. It's a new room this year. We are still using the back door, the one that faces the courtyard. So we are not using the door that is on the elementary side. Make sure you use the back door. And if you have any questions, write them down, ask me when you get here, shoot me a message. But welcome to, I do have one more thing. Policies for cleaning our class. Before and after every class, this is what happens. I have a spray that I just keep refilling. I have a big concentrate version of this, but I just keep refilling this. I will go through and spray all the tables before you walk in. When you come in, every table has a rag with a clip on it. And I take the rags home and wash them. And you will wipe the table down, because remember, I've already sprayed it. You'll wipe the table down and clip it there. Now, when class is over, usually somebody asks, like, can I spray the tables? Or maybe I'll spray the tables. But you will spray all the tables down and you wash it again. So you have to wipe your table down before class and you have to wipe your table down at the end of class. And that is a procedure that we have been following all school year. So that's for every class, whether it's an elective or, a science class. Occasionally there might be a mess and you might need the spray. Just ask, gladly take the spray. But it is very important that we are all doing that. Now, I take the rags and I take them home. I wash them. I keep up with those. And I'll clean all of the other surfaces, like the doorknobs and light switches and that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about that. But I am asking that you guys clean your tables off. So that's all I have to say. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the classroom when you come back in just a few days. Blessings.